Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication did not work for me. Modern medication.
Hello, welcome to Mercytv, your source for news and information on the cannabis issue as it unfolds here in Oregon, across America, and around the world. Greetings, my name is Perry, and along with PK, we'll be hosting this segment of Mercytv, along with our special guests, Ed, the Weedman, and Robin, citizen of Lincoln County.
And a concerned citizen about the concerns of the patients.
Well,
Absolutely.
yes, I would say an activist citizen, especially in that she's doing her part to register voters and get out the vote, I'm assuming.
Absolutely. So,
And, excuse me, Robin, felons, you can vote in this state.
yes.
So please be active. Check things out. You can make a difference.
Absolutely, you can. Ever since about 2015, we've been working to get people informed about the truth about cannabis, the difference between, CBDs and how they can medically help you, and some of the good effects of your THCs, and the differences between indica and sativas. Sometimes it's as simple as just a little bit of information that, hey, that one thing that you've heard about isn't everything. There's so much more to it, and so much more can be done.
And it's especially important these days with the amount of reefer madness that's being projected by the prohibitionists, along with their crushing of the medical program and ramping up rules, regulations, and restrictions on the recreational program.
In the end, it ends up hurting the patients. Because if you can't get the medicine that you need, you're going to go back to what will be covered by your insurance plan, and most of the time that's going to be some type of opiate pain reliever or something that's equally bad for your body, physically harming you to try and feel better and get through your day. We shouldn't have to live that way.
No.
Excuse me. There's a gathering up at the Capitol at this moment. It's going to be for the next 2 days. They're having music. There's vendors there with different hemp products and healing oils and teas. So if you got time after the show, head up to the Capitol. It's free, and we'll be there.
The steps of the Capitol, Court Street. It's going until 10 o'clock, I believe.
Yep.
And then tomorrow, 11 to 10 o'clock.
Oh, it doesn't start at 4:20 like it did today?
No, I believe it'll be starting in the morning.
Oh, good.
So the vendors are planning to show up anyway.
There we go. I know
Something's going to start.
I'm going after the show. That's for doggone sure.
And it was a very freedom-ish day as we were there. I saw containers with cannabis in them. One of the booths had an actual branch of a plant there, a nice big bud sitting in a vase.
Chocolate Kush or something like that.
So that was something that we've kind of been working on. We tried to do that during the effort to get OMA signed. And at the same year we had a referendum where they tried to take away it's a misdemeanor in Oregon. They tried to back that off. So it was a 1-2 punch by the prohibitionists then, and we handily slapped them down. Like we have pretty much every other time that we've gotten our act together. I'm very proud of our effort in the case of Ellen Rosenblum, our Attorney General, when she was running against a rabid anti-cannabis, and we put out a major effort on it, and she won like 67% or something like that. It was an astounding smackdown of the prohibitionist policies.
Incredible victory for the people.
And it reminded me of back in '98 when we had the OMA initiative and the referendum. The cannabis movement registered more voters than all other groups combined. So we registered more than the Republicans and Democrats and Independents and the Flat Earth Society and everybody else combined. That's the power of the cannabis issue and
because it doesn't
activists.
matter what your political goals are. If you look at this logically, scientifically, and with a rational mind, you can see that this is a natural plant that has so much potential. I mean, our founding fathers used it for everything from building to making their paper, their clothes, their saddlebags. Everything was hemp. And it's still just as viable a product today.
And the part that they used for medicine was cannabis, THC, not hemp.
Exactly. Hemp is an extremely different product than THC plants.
Well, there wasn't much difference back in the day. An interesting conversation I heard when we were down at the Hemp Fest was someone was talking about the ruderalis strain of cannabis.
Oh, yeah, from Russia.
How that was, and many believe, the original strain of cannabis, that was taken from the steppes of Russia down to India to produce the indica, and from there to the Orient for the sativas and so forth.
Yeah, and somewhere in there you'd have your nice Kushes and the Kush mountains of Asia, and things moved quite flowingly. Well, the nice thing about a ruderalis plant is they are mainly a hemp in the way they grow. They're very sturdy. They stand up to high winds, very cold temperatures, and they can stand a lot of moisture. So if you're going to grow it as a production plant for, say, your own paper, your own fabric products, or even to grind it all up, put it in with a concrete mix, and build your own home. Hemp actually can be used as a construction unit. Frame it, pour it in. When it dries, you pull the frame out, you build up on top of it. There's a company in Portland that does it. I'd have to look them up. But their methods are incredible, and when you're done, you have a home that actually leaves a negative carbon footprint. You're actually putting something useful back into the environment by using this healthy product. And the Russian ruderalis is a perfect strain.
And the R value on that hempcrete is through the roof.
Yes, yeah.
Much, much out of sight of rock wool that we presently use.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
It's moisture resistant. It doesn't mold. It resists pests of all kinds, from your rodents to your insects. They just want nothing to do with it. It's too neutral. It's no good.
Fantastic.
Excuse me, Robin.
Yes, sir.
Hey, people watching the show, we want to hear from you. Our telephone number is 503-588-6444. Get out of the closet. I know you're watching, Ed. or Art.
Right, Donovan. You too, brother. Come on, give us a call. How about you out there, Clint? Remember the birthday party, man?
And John from
Normal. California
Normal.
For all. It's hearing from you. And contribute, your information to it. We can. It's fine. It's great to see that the projects that have been through that have come around town. We had Woody Harrelson come through with the hemp car back in the day, and there was the Hemp House project, along with the expansion of those. The hemp plane, the hemp cycle. And these folks that aren't aware were projects to where these things were entirely made of hemp, as well as being fueled by hemp.
Yeah.
So the Hemp House was a project where they were going to make it entirely of hemp, and see here now that it's achieved that level, it's fantastic.
You can even make plastics out of it, can you? That's what
Henry Ford
Reed was telling me.
making cars with hemp side things.
Right.
And
Oh,
the
that's right.
insurance company didn't like it because they didn't dent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too good. So, the many things of hemp, the miracles of the medical, and the basic right for the recreational, the spiritual, if you will,
Right.
and all of it being suppressed and put down by a handful of prohibitionists, basing all of their stuff on lies. So, as PK says, come on, folks, get out of the closet, go out there, do the Hemp Fest. While you're there, I saw one outfit had voter registration out there.
Yes.
God bless them.
Yes.
So get a handful, register everybody you know, and the important thing is then to get them to the polls. I saw Emma Gonzalez, the Parkland survivor and activist, on TV the other night.
Their emblem with the QR
With the shirt,
code.
with the
that shirt is inspiring.
Fantastic, and beautiful.
That is so awesome.
The best thing was how she said, and to follow up, to make sure that people get to the polls, get a ride-sharing system, go, drive around and say, come on, let's go vote.
And it's more than just lip service, more than just telling them, hey, we need you to vote. Hey, we need you to do this or that. It's, hey, we want to give you information. We want to give you the ability.
Hey, go ahead, caller.
You got a caller?
Caller,
Yeah.
speak up, please.
Hello, caller?
We're having a little bit of problems back
Okay.
there. This call, I believe, asked for Edward.
Oh, I'm scared.
Uh-oh. Spotlight.
I've been waiting for this
Well,
one.
we'll keep on talking to you. Please, if you have your garden, I'm doing a show, My Garden. Now, I showed you a male plant. I showed you those dingaballs that are hanging off the top. Just ready to sprout. I have it covered. I'm collecting the pollen from this plant. But you don't want your garden to be all seeded like you used to get the Mexican stuff from.
We had a weird plant this year. I took one and it had already seeded out and already budded, and it was like still in the middle of growing season. So I topped it, and that sucker just now it's all blasting out more new growth and going to town. You know, re-vegging.
Everybody says how nutritious hemp seed is, including the vitamins and the minerals and all of that, the 20 basic amino acids that nothing else has, all 20.
Absolutely.
But has anybody ever tested the marijuana seed?
I have. Actually, I love hemp seed. The raw inner part of the seed is very soft and malleable. You can add it in with rice dishes or your oatmeal in the morning. You hardly even notice it's there, but throughout the day you feel this incredible lift of energy. You feel, sometimes you walk around and you're like, oh no, I ate too much, or I feel heavy or weighted down.
Like a grain drain, like if you eat too much oats or bread
yeah.
or something like that.
This is a great seed that supplies you with some needed core minerals that just make you feel better. You feel more aware.
This is not high.
No.
This is not a high.
No, there's no
it's
high to it
natural.
at all.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
natural seed. I'll throw that and some of the queen bee pollen into some oatmeal in the morning. Oh, lifted for the day. No high.
I'm coming over to your house for breakfast.
Okay,
Now.
deal.
Wow.
That with a little honey on top.
Excellent. Yeah, well, folks for ages have been taking the hemp seed, squeezing them to get the oils out, crushing them to get out the fibers and so forth, and then taking the seed, making cakes out of it for animal feed, among other things. So the whole plant gets used.
Very
and in
nutritious.
fact, where some crops are seasonal, they take out of the soil the hemp. Cannabis crops put into the soil. So
Yes.
farmers are frequently using it between other crops to revitalize its soil. So it's
Crop rotation.
Yeah, it's great for crop rotation.
takes less water, is a natural insecticide, repellents and so forth. So it's just such a win-win-win situation, and it's unfathomable how it's not being exploited and exploding.
Well, and now
and
is our chance to look at it and go, okay, why?
Right.
Really, why? And the why is education, lack of education.
Well, bad laws that we need to change.
We need the laws
Right.
to change so that we can get this stuff scientifically
guys
looked
ready for a
at.
call?
So more real information that can't be disputed by political opinion
Right,
is set on
yeah.
the table. And when we go,
Are you guys ready
look,
for a
this
call?
is the product
You
of the
guys ready for a
future.
call?
Hello!
Are you
Either
ready for
we're
a
being
call?
haunted or we have a caller.
Hello.
Hold
Go
on
ahead.
just a second, or we're haunted.
Whichever you are.
Are you out there?
There we go.
That was you.
Caller.
Do you guys hear me?
So
Income free.
the trouble is the pharmaceutical companies, the oil companies, the timber industry, the cotton industry, and then on top of it, you got the federal government who has patents on
You guys out there?
cannabis and hemp
Yes, they do.
products.
Yes, they do.
And that's
The federal government is just the agents of the professional drug warriors, the
Yeah.
professional ones.
You guys there?
And these are your groups who are, crazily enough, are often
We have a call.
like pharmaceutical folks are running the
Are
drug
you
war
there,
thing. It's
caller?
We have a call.
go ahead,
Hey,
caller.
caller, come on in.
DK, can you hear me?
yes, I can.
Okay, here's the caller.
Yes.
Go ahead, caller.
Thank you. Yes, I have a question about OLCC and the Texans. I was wondering if you knew
Turn
if
it
they
down a
shared
little
their
bit.
taxes with the schools or with the different places that they were supposed to do that yet?
Oh, and how it's been allocated?
Yeah.
Right, yes. No, unfortunately, we haven't gotten that information yet. But we will keep pursuing it and bring it to you as soon as possible. What our caller is asking for is of the tax monies collected, and we know how much was collected in a report, and we know how much was supposed to be allocated.
You're talking about millions of dollars that were supposed to go to drug and alcohol programs, our school systems, and to our law enforcement. And then on the last ballot, we saw yet another issue come up where they wanted more money for law enforcement, and we're like, wait a minute, they haven't even gotten the money that was allocated to them through these taxes on recreational marijuana.
Right.
Now, I'm more than happy to pay those taxes. I love to support my community, but I also want those sectors of my community to get those funds.
Well,
what happened to them?
Well, we want accounting. We don't want some free-for-all. We don't want to be milked like a cash cow. You know, So, right, we hear you, caller, and we will keep working on that and get it out to you, the folks, as soon as we can.
And I have one more question, if I can.
Please do.
It's about out-of-state investors, and I was wondering if Oregon allows those.
Ooh, gosh.
I believe they do in Lincoln County right now. Oh my goodness.
There's a way to do it. You just have to be really careful.
They've taken over a lot of the buying out of their oh gosh, there's Chalice. They bought Walmart. The people that own Walmart, they're all these multi-million-dollar people are coming into the industry.
Right.
And
all right. So I'm afraid the answer to your question is yes, caller. There is out-of-state investing allowed.
Yeah.
Which is a two-edged sword. And again, folks should educate themselves on the laws, how it's working out, and what they can do about it.
Yeah.
Yes. And my last question, is there any other states that allow out-of-state investors, or is Oregon the only one?
Wow.
Good question.
Very good question.
I don't know.
There's at least 10 other states that accept out-of-state investment.
Oh, that's
nice.
very good.
For cannabis.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reed.
The caller didn't hear that. The caller can't hear me.
Okay.
Did you hear that, Reed?
I think that, yes, my phone is kind of dying, but thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
have
calling.
a good time and a good life.
Maybe we'll see you at the Hemp Fest.
All right, thank you much.
Down at
bless
the
you.
Capitol building. Front steps.
Right now.
Right now, he said.
Right
now.
Right, have
Go
it
there
right
now.
now.
Thanks for calling.
Oh my goodness.
Well, good questions, Eric.
Yeah, those are some really
more homework
thought-provoking
for us.
issues.
Well,
We should
need
bring
to do
Cindy
some
George
research
here.
and get back to them.
Oh my
man, so.
gosh, yes.
Well,
You haven't had her on yet?
No, not yet. She was gone for a month, and really, she's someone that out of state people came. Commissioners chased her out of where she was. She had Going Green in Toledo, Oregon. They went in there. They says, no, you can't do it. They zoned it. They kicked her out of there. They booted her out of there. And now they're coming back with these same high out-of-state corporate guys are going right there in that same tax law. Now they're changing the laws so that these big businesses can come in. We're gonna get her in here.
They were such a beautiful family business. It was always a pleasure to go and work with them. They were knowledgeable. They were kind. They wanted to give information, and they wanted to give relief to people in pain.
And they wanted to stay medical. They fought staying medical. They didn't want to go recreational.
It wasn't about making money for Cindy.
No,
it was
it's
never about the money.
It was all about the patients.
The
and
compassion.
now she's out. I mean,
she's brokenhearted.
It's a travesty.
What they did to her was so wrong.
Oh yeah, I was there at the commissioners board. I go to the commissioners board meeting anytime I get a chance.
Yeah.
We've been. I don't want to talk about me. I don't want to even go there.
You've had your own set of
Well,
issues
yes,
lately.
we've had a number of horror stories, particularly with the past couple of years with the changing of OMA, where patient after patient have come to us seeking a grower, seeking some medicine now, and us being able only to help so much ourselves, you know.
Well, when it comes out of your pocket, and you can only do so much.
It's just been heartbreaking what these folks are going through, and they're not looking to get high. They're just looking to get well. You know, there's so many things that we have to go through that are the reverse of what many pot shops and cannabis growers back in the recreational day went through. Our folks want to be able to do things to reduce the level of THC. So as you give it the long, shift your nights on it to increase the thing, you want to do the reverse for these folks.
Yeah.
Making it concentrated. Want to do the reverse for the folks.
And the wonderful start to that was, the Charlotte's Web strains and the almost zero THC strains that have come out that have shown to help with things, everything from cancer growth to Alzheimer's relief. There has been some showing of relief of seizures, bringing people that are, having a very hard time controlling their seizures, bringing them down from hundreds of them a year to just maybe one or two a week.
You hear story after story after story of that, of people saying, my God, I was addicted to all these opiates. And I remember the nurse that called. And I mean, she was almost, they were just going to let her die. And she says, okay, I'm going to try some cannabis. I'll try it. And actually, we were talking to one of the commissioners after the commissioners' board meeting Wednesday. She was, I can't remember which one
Claire
it was.
Hall?
Not Claire Hall. It was, she was talking, what are the commissioners' names? Do you remember?
Oh, my goodness.
I should know, but anyway.
No, it's been a minute.
Cindy was
when
talking
you're
to one
making
of
your
them
voter's guide for Lincoln County, you'll...
I remember their names when I see them.
Right. Ask me right now.
I remember you. Or, I remember you. Yes.
Well, he was one of the ones that likes me.
Oh, right on.
Claire.
So he's like, I remember
and we
you.
were talking about, he says, well, yeah, I want to get something with, no THC in it, and I got these pain on my joints, And I mean, we're all people, whether we're commissioners, whether we're a judge, whether we're a police officer, whether you're a nurse.
It's a human medicine.
And even those, it's always been a big tent group. I found that. I've been at this for a decade and plus, and it's... and even scenes when we were out gathering signatures, and several encounters with law enforcement. One where... it was
that one time,
so,
well, I'll tell you right now.
Well, the cop ended up signing the petition. It was with the thing, but I thought he was going to. He's like,
that's a happy ending.
And I started rattling off about you can't, what the law was on restricting. And he just looks at me and says, yeah. It signs it.
I'll say it.
Oh my goodness, that's great.
So, it's underground.
I'll have some time on my hands, so I'll have some time on my hands.
Yeah.
So it's going to give me a good opportunity to get out there and get some signatures. I think that's what I'll do next week.
Get some street under your feet and start talking
register
to people.
voters.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Let them try to stop you doing that, boy. We'll get a lawsuit.
I've been pulled off the corner.
There.
I've been pulled off the corner. I'm not allowed to be there until I get my stuff together with the city because of an angry cannabist. They don't like me. They said it's not a cannabis issue, but we only moved in there because we knew these other guys were moving, but it's not a cannabis issue.
No.
Oh yeah. Oh my
I
goodness.
know who you're talking about.
Oh yeah, and it's like the police told me. Well, when I got a hangman's noose on my corner, the police says, "Oh well, no, looks like somebody don't like you." They said they didn't do nothing about it, but when I told them, they told me I can't be on the corner and I can't have my American flags up there. I was like, oh no, this ain't gonna happen. So I'm going to register some voters. You have my word out there, people. I'm going to be out there. The fight's coming to me, and I'm not going to back down. When we ignore evil, we
allow evil to exist and reign.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Well, now when you get your driver's license, you're automatically registered to vote.
Yep, voter state.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
When you register for food stamps, when you register for OHP, or you can just walk into the courthouse, go to the Secretary of State's office, and sign it, and just say, "Here, I want to be able to vote." You can go to our website, the Lincoln County OMMP information on Facebook. We've listed the link, and we will do so again. I'll go ahead and put it back up again. Let's get that back to the top of our priority list.
Right on. Yeah.
And I will put up the Secretary of State's link directly to register yourself online.
Oh,
I believe there's also an app you can do it through now.
Oh, we should put that on the website.
So,
Yeah.
right. Yes, we do.
Let's look into it.
Mercycenters.org. Check out our GoTV page.
Give these guys all the tools.
Can you register online for that?
Yes, we have links to registering online as well as checking your status.
Yes.
Nice.
And that's important, folks, because there will be a big push this season by those who would like it to control the vote, as it were. So they're going to be doing a lot of purging of the voter rolls happening. So you need to be careful. and make sure that you're registered, that it's there, and that everybody you know is registered and voting.
And make sure to tell people what you were saying. You absolutely can register to vote if you're a felon. You can register to vote at 17, even if you're not going to be 18. Go ahead and register at 17. That way, the first vote after your birthday, you're a part of it.
Right.
You exert your adultness.
You're ready
on
to
the
go.
world.
Don't think that just one vote doesn't count, because it does.
It counts.
Oh, and another important thing is the city, the county, the municipal, the neighborhood, the city council, the mayors, any police, the chiefs, any commissioners, anything.
These are all voted offices.
Actually, dog catcher, water steward, everybody, because those folks are the next city council folks.
Exactly.
Every little thing you want to query those folks on their stance on the cannabis issue.
Yeah.
And then spread the word. Tell everybody you know, then everybody you don't know.
Tell your friends.
Educate your children. Tell them.
Absolutely.
Real quick, can you tell us again what's happening right now in the Capitol?
All right, the event is the Hemp Fest. It is going on tomorrow, Saturday, August
11 to
18th. 11 to 10
tonight, did you say?
Until 10 tonight, and 10 tomorrow, Saturday.
And I'll be going there. You want to get autographed? Come get me.
Right on. So, well, thanks, folks, for coming out
Thank you so much for having me on here.
and getting the information
Thank
out.
you.
And
Absolutely. Let's keep up the good fight, guys.
Yeah.
What is your
Here,
website
get to
again?
working.
It's on Facebook, Lincoln County, OMMP, information.
Right on.
Yeah.
Mr. Weedman, you have a podcast?
Oh, now we can. Oh, I forgot. Now, if you go on. Oh, shoot. Now, if you go to Newport Weedman on YouTube, you can see the shows that we've all done together.
Right on. Okay, you got somebody to load those up?
Got somebody to load those up for us.
Excellent,
We
good.
got them going.
Excellent.
Okay.
They even got a few shows with me not in there, but that's okay. I hope it's okay with you guys.
Yeah, great. We'll hunt them down and link to them from our website.
Just remember Newport Weedman on YouTube, and you can see our shows.
And,
That's where they're going to be going.
Your Facebook page, I think you've got...
Edward P. Bigger or Eddie Bigger. And, oh, gosh, just look up, if you just Google Weedman or Newport Weedman or Newport Canna Medicine Weedman, then, you can
got
even get
some
my
shows.
phone number. It comes up.
Got some
Weedman's
shows
phone
stashed
number.
there,
And
too.
there's my phone number online.
And of course,
That's a little
you folks
unnerving,
can stay tuned here to Channel 23
All right.
to see more Mercy TV. PK's My Garden.
Yep.
Look out, that male plant is in there. It's going to fertilize all your female plants. You
Get a
don't
little
want
seeds
that
going.
to happen. You have a good
Check 'em
day and a
daily.
good life, my friends.
Heck yeah.
A special thanks to CCTV, all the folks here that help us to put this out and have been for a long, long time. Couldn't do it without you. And our volunteers in the control room, Reed, thanks a bunch.
All of you guys. I'm so happy we could all make it.
You've
To
got an
our,
awesome crew here. This has been
members
a
and
lot of fun.
supporters of Mercy, the Medical Cannabis Resource Center. Find out more about us at mercycenters.org. Thanks for visiting. We'll see you next time on Mercy TV.
Get out of the closet.
Go safe. Go Weedman. Love you, Newport. Love you, USA.
You want to say anything before I turn it off, Glenn?
Yes, good night.
Good night. God bless you all, every single one of you.